Hello! I assume you enjoy Castle Crashers? Speaking of which, how the hell is this game still relevant today? I mean, it came out in 2008, and it wasn't even like the first of anything, so there's no way to argue that it's like a historic game either. It holds no like objective change or history in gaming. So how is its fan base still so strong to this day? Even when the game itself is not that long. You can beat it in like half a day, unless you're playing on insane mode, in which I'm still trying to beat that. But, you know, it's not that long. Well, I think the answer is honestly quite simple. Honestly, it's almost boring. It's simply a really good game. Now hear me out. I mean, this game radiates passion in every single little detail. From the pooping deer to the final boss, there's... That's a sentence. From the pooping deer to the final boss, there isn't a single part of this game that feels like it wasn't heavily thought out. And this goes to prove something I believe with all of my heart. One really good thing will always outlast one or multiple really long things. Especially when it comes to the level and care and craftsmanship that Castle Crashers holds. I mean, think about it this way. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is a show that lasted only 5 seasons, and ended when it had the ratings to go on for a much longer duration. But it ended when it knew it needed to, and what was the result of that show that ended almost a decade ago? It is still unbelievably relevant today, and Castle Crashers is a textbook definition of passion. I mean, look at how much people it's touched and how many childhoods it's defined. The opening menu music of Castle Crashers sends a spinal shiver so strong. When I hear it, it gives me the most intense goosebumps because it reminds me of like the old days, and it's nostalgic and it's beautiful. And I'm not alone in that sentiment. Look at all of these passionate players and members of the community. I made a post on the Castle Crashers subreddit asking, what does Castle Crashers mean to you and how did you come to find it? And I got a lot of responses talking about how much the game meant to them. Also, I think this game is the definition of a good game. There is barely a story, so the charm is all in the gameplay, which I think is very important depending on how you view and enjoy games. Because, yes, God of War is a great game, and it has great mechanics, but there is a large part of the community that is mainly into it just for the story. And Castle Crashers is holding on to its relevance on gameplay and charm alone. Not that that diminishes God of War or any other story-based game, it's just an interesting thing that I thought about while writing this script. And also, when it comes to replayability, this game is like surprisingly versatile in that field. While the game is pretty straightforward and has a path that you have to follow, you can unlock a lot of characters, and each one gives just enough of a different feeling that it makes it worth playing the game again. And also, it isn't like super long, so when you think back on it and want to play it again, it's not like it's a huge commitment to just crack that bad boy out. There are honestly a lot of factors now thinking about it as to how it's remained so relevant. Convenience, charm, personality, on top of just being a good game. It kind of actually makes sense when you think about it. In conclusion, the Behemoth is truly an amazing development team, and we should treasure them for as long as they're around. Also, please, notice me, Behemoth. I've made so many videos on your games at this point, and if it's not obvious enough, we're all really big fans of your games here at Dunderheads. Also, if you've made it this far, you should subscribe. We are, only like 200 away from 1K, and it would really mean a lot for us to finally get there, and I'd appreciate all of your help getting there. It's been an honor. I'm shaking your hand, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.